So everyone, at this time we got to back to Avatar: The Last Airbender of the Rift, third part. So last time we got Aang tough in a discussion, and in this part they fight. um, Aang trying to go with the spirits, and they need to preserve the idea of um, having to maintain the tradition, and you know the story. And Toph want to protect the human, and also because of that is the future, the union between uh, the Earth Kingdom and the Fire Nation, and the usual stuff that we know from the previous parts. But this time we got a spirit that is full of metal, and of course, um, ends up in a big fight between him and both Avatar, Aang, Toph, and some of her best students, including the Legend Dark One. Um, in the end, the spirits go away and say that no, in the end, the Avatar will always go and stay at the side of the humans, which is kind of sad. We also got a really backstory for Youngshan's Avatar Youngshan's back time, which she is probably one of the most how can I say that um revered adores wait that's not English um the most well known and respected avatars of all time, and she did much for the human, but she fails miserably as an avatar for the spirits. She completely neglects the spirits for a long time, which it's kind of really bad considering that she's air acolyte. I almost said air acolyte, right? An air nomad, right? And that should the air nomad supposed to be the most connected with the spirit side and all. Um, and even you can wonder about that because she completely negate the the spirits and the spirit world for such a long time that the next incarnation, which was what was his name, Kurok, I guess, the waterbender before Kyoshi, right? He died very youngly, as we know, because of problems in the spirit world, including you know who, Face Stealer, right? Ko, and you can easily say that Ko would probably never gotten to do anything against the Avatar if the spirit world would not have so much problems and Youngshan do her job. And Kuzuk will die as one of the worst avatars ever, not exactly by his fault, but by his predecessor. And, and he kinda and he kind of is a circle, because Young Shan abandoned the spirits and only take of the humans. The humans adored her and build a lot of temples, and she's the best avatar ever. And but the spirit hate her because she completely abandoned. Then Kuruk, something like that, had to go to spirits because the humans are fine, but the spirits are completely in disarray, and the spirits kill them. But because of that, also the humans got completely destroyed because they lost one generation of avatars that kind of abandoned him. Then, with reason, because he had to take the spirits. Then we get Kyoshi that had to suffer for a long time, probably because she like lived for forever basically, and both sides, the human and the spirit, which we won't, only would see something similar with Korra, because Aang as well do not have that much problems with the spirit world. Um, very few, I would say, right? which also could be. We can all know that Aang did not have much problem because Kyoshi and Roku probably take good care of both. And then we have um, Aang, which only get used with the biggest problem, which was the human, and abandon completely the spirit again. Our nomad abandoned the spirits, right? Uh, and then Korra had to go against both again. Also, I have to say one more thing. I said in the episode, I'm not gonna remember which episode it was, but like one of the last episodes of Legend of Korra, that Lin's father was that guy from the comic, which clearly is not, right? His name is Satoru, and Lin's father is Kanto. Um, Let me explain what happened. Um, Usually, I finished one of the parts of the comic and got back to watch more of Legend of Korra. However, um, I usually go with the release order, and that was the biggest skip, the biggest time between parts that I have to take, and it was supposed, I believe, it was supposed to read that on episode 4 of the last season something, but I would um which would like I don't know how much time it was. I think 1 or 2 months after the last part that I had read, and even so, I only end up reading like when was like episode what 20, something like that, and the episode got corrupted and had to do it again only episode 40. So like, yeah, it took a while. So just forgot the name of the guy. Like I thought that when she said Kanto was the name of that guy. Um, which causes a problem because now that we know that it's a different guy that has a completely different name, that means that Sue's father could be Satoru, but it could be Sokka as well. Okay, my theory. Um, if if Toph did not lie, which could be as well, or if she just forgot the name of the guy, which could be as well. She's old. Come on. Um, the thing is, let's believe that Kanto is really the name of the father of Lin. I do believe that Sue's father would be Satoru. Two reasons. One, Satoru hair looks way closer to Sue. Yeah, it's a minor detail, but bear with me. And the second thing, Sokka hard life of pain and suffering would fit more with him not having a child, right? Just saying. Because like even if Sokka had died, we should have seen one of his daughters or sons. We did not see, unless again, Sue is his daughter, which I don't think it is. So yeah, again, maybe we going to see an explanation about that in one of the comics. I don't believe so, because as far as I know, the comics are only like very few time after the end of the show, which would mean, I mean, okay, at least the comics for Avatar: The Last Airbender. Maybe we're gonna see in the comics for Korra, right? Because I know that some of the comics for Korra are after the series, after the Legend of Korra, but some are before, between the Legend of Aang and the Legend of Korra. So, okay, I just positively thinking, right? Wishful thinking. Um, oh yeah, and Aang kind of restore the connection that the with the best avatars. He made a new amulet that he had destroyed previously, and he could talk with Roku again. And of course, with Yangshan, that explained basically the whole thing. Um, we have even another spirits that appear in the end um, that was talking about how humans can one day achieve. I forgot her exactly words, but it's something like mutual prosperity and without hurting the spirits, right? Beneficial for both and advancing for the future, or something like that. And Hang asked if, yeah, you do think that this will happen, and she say, no, I don't think so, but I hope. So yeah, that's a good message for the future and also for the end of this episode. And we see you again in the next comic. Also, the next comic is probably gonna be two in one. Yes. So we see you guys next